there's a lot of body issues when it comes to being Latina. I remember growing up and being called gordita, but that's like a term of endearment, but not in this society it's not. And so it's very much like, and you have to eat everything on your plate, and so there's no way of like knowing when to stop eating. You know when to stop when the plate is empty, because that's just a sign of disrespect if you don't eat all of your food. And so it's like, oh, you're getting too fat, but then you have to eat everything on your plate. So it's like this constant struggle, and then feeling like an other where, you want to be connected with your other Latina classmates or friends, and you feel like you need to be very Americanized and you might be misunderstood. And so I think there's a lot of identity issues going on, and so we're in constant a feud within ourselves, because also we have family members who are from other countries, and so they're very much like keeping their pride in their country, but then in America we're trying to be very Americanized so that we can move forward, because we feel like that's the only way that we can improve upon ourselves and our family. My name is Dior Vargas, and I grew up in New York, and I am a Latina feminist mental health activist. I was born in Manhattan, and my mom was born in Manhattan as well, but my father was born in Ecuador. As a Latino who suffers from depression, I feel like that's something that I haven't really focused on in my life, but it's just so part of who I am as a young woman. And so I feel like I need to focus more on my activism on that, where there's so many, like Latinos are the highest in terms of like committing suicide or attempting it at least. And so I feel like there's something there that we need to focus on. And I know there've been other people who've written books about it, but I feel that there needs to be a perspective from someone who actually suffers from it on a daily basis, and who grew up and had to be on welfare, and constantly getting eviction notices and not knowing when my next meal would come, and so something like that. And so I just feel like I needed to give people a perspective that others might not necessarily have. So it's something I'm really, really passionate about, and I want to be able to remove the stigma that mental health has on the Latino community. There's like two extremes. One is that, loca, she's crazy, you don't know what's wrong with her, like she needs to snap out of it, and you're a little scared about how she's feeling. And then there's the other extreme where it's like, are you kidding me? Like, it's not that serious. We don't have the luxury of being depressed. We just have to snap out of it and be hardworking and fight and make money and to just be, just to sustain ourselves. And so it's very much like it's something that only white people experience, because they have the money to pay a shrink every week or however often they see that person. And they view it as maybe like whining and saying, oh, well, this is not fair, that's not fair. But Latinos are portrayed as people who are strong and who just keep on moving forward and are survivors. And so you can be a survivor in your own way. It's a mental illness, so it's not something that you can necessarily control. So I just feel that people need to realize that it's a normal thing. A lot of Latinos suffer from mental illness, and it's not something that people should be ashamed of, because it's normal. I just really want to get more involved with other young Latinas who are suffering and feel like they're, at the end of the rope, and at the end of their rope, and that there's no way they can know where they can go, and so they can look up to me. I'm not amazing, but I've moved forward despite the things that I've been through in life, and still suffering from depression. It's an ongoing illness, and so I want them to know that they can come to people like me, because I've experienced it. I still do, and I'm still working every day in order to make my family proud, make my culture proud. And so I think it's really important for me to continue working on mental health.